Can you take the championship from DNZ? This year, you can play our football pick'em on CBS Sports and compete against us in the option every week. Check the link in our Instagram bio, Fade Route Podcast, for all the details and to sign up. Then tune into the Fade Route every week until the Super Bowl for updates and standings. Bring it on.
It's Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 with D and Z. Here are your hosts, D and Z. Welcome everybody to Red Light, Green Light 1, 2, 3 with D and Z. I am Z, and here's how it goes. D and I will give you our top 1, 2, 3 fantasy starts or green lights, and top 1, 2, 3 fantasy sits or red lights. We're going to start with our green lights first. Who are your green lights for this week, D?
All right, I've got Jalen Warren. I'm ready to start him over Najee Harris in fantasy versus the Bengals, 129 yards and a touchdown versus the tough Browns D last week. I think you can look for Jalen Warren to do well. Another one that got is Zay Flowers. Now, no Mark Andrews, possibly no Odell Beckham Jr. So, yeah, Lamar's got to throw the ball to somebody, so I'm taking Zay Flowers. And number 3, I've got CJ Stroud versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really think this is going to be a shootout for first place on the line. Bet on the MVP, bet on the Rookie of the Year. Stroud's the way to go. This is what happens when you get the number 2 pick in the draft right.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I am going to start with Baker Mayfield against the Colts defense. He's been a solid player. He's getting points. I think he's going to have a tremendous game, and the Bucs are going to take it home. My second green light, Will Levis against the Panthers.
Whoa.
He's got a big arm. The kid's got a big arm. Now, we'll see what he becomes down the road, but right now, he's a safer bet than Bryce Young. But he's going to showcase his arm talent, and I think the Titans are going to steamroll the Panthers because of Mr. Levis. And my third green light. You had Zay Flowers. I'm having Nelson Aguilar.
Okay.
Unbelievable that I'm having Nelson Aguilar as a fantasy start in the year of our Lord 2023. But you know what? I'm going with it. Like, it's not the same Aguilar who was getting trashed by the Eagle fans. He's matured, he's improved, and I think he will bail out Lamar Jackson big time on Sunday night. Those are our green lights. Who are your red lights, Steve?
All right, first up, I've got DeAndre Hopkins versus Carolina. I know it sounds weird, but Tennessee's offense is just so inconsistent. You just don't know where their points are going to come from. So I don't feel comfortable counting on Hopkins this weekend. Number 2, same deal. Cooper Kupp does not have an injury designation heading into this weekend, but was sidelined last weekend with an ankle injury. You just can't trust him. And you're heading into the playoffs now. Every game counts. Every player counts. You need people that are healthy and that you can count on. And my third guy not to count on is Bijan Robinson. Man, Arthur Smith just does not know how to handle this rookie and his talent. He bounces too much between Algier for Bijan. You gotta play the guys that are going to get burned and score touchdowns.
Accurate. I mean, his inability to figure out Bijan Robinson is probably going to cost him his job. I would say that's fair. My first red light, I'm starting with Kyler Murray. I mean, last week, that was like the perfect storm. Coming back off injury, showcase yourself, all that. Now you're playing the Rams. The Rams, they still have a shot at this thing. They're a professional team. They're coming, and they're coming hard. And I don't think Kyler is ready for that. My second red light, even though he's been playing well, I'm going with Russ. The Browns' defense is still a top defense in this league. They're going to beat him up. He's going to get beat up. If the Broncos pull this off, it's going to be with Russ under duress for most of the game. I mean, I picked the Browns to win. I don't think Russ can do it. Stranger things have happened, but he's going to get the shit beat out. I think we can all agree with that. And my last red light, MVS.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah. Like, I don't care if they're playing the Raiders. I can't trust you, man. It hits you in the hands and you're dropping it. Clearly, Patrick Mahomes doesn't really trust you either. You're only getting 3 targets. Like that was it. That's an eye opener. I'm not getting the targets, and I'm not making the most of the targets I get. To me, that is a sit. But those are our red lights and our green lights. What are yours? Hit us up. faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in those DMs on IG @FadeRoutePodcast, or drop us a line on X @FadeRouteDNZ. Time for us to run the Go Red again. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you like what you heard and want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, turn on subscription notifications, and tell your friends. Spread the word, spread it wide.